It's Pomsetay Podcast Sussex, back with two pretty D's. This time, episode 12. And what we really want to do is look at things differently. So that's the name of this episode. And the reason why is there's some further context now that all of the results out of some of the reporting with regards to the treatment of Harry and Meghan, specifically Meghan. And we wanted to take just a step back and look back at those key moments, some pivotal moments of what happened through their journey with the royal family and what did it really mean.
Right. Because we always looked at everything from the context of the fairy tale.
Yes.
You know, we saw the end where they sold us the family, well, I don't know.
That supposedly opened their arms and welcomed the
Exactly.
new biracial person of color, whatever you want to call it.
Harry's fiance.
Right, into the family.
Exactly. And then Harry and Meghan going on walkabouts to introduce her to his country. Meghan becoming an Anglican, converting.
Yep. And then supporting all of the countries of the Commonwealth.
Exactly. And going, also, getting, all these different things that she had to do to marry the Prince of Wales.
Yep.
And Prince Harry.
Yes.
So some of the things that happened when we first saw them, we looked at them with positive eyes, from a positive outlook. But now that we know so much negative stuff, or not negative stuff, now that we know
all the evil they were trying to throw at our homegirl.
Yes. We have to look at those things differently.
Yes.
And I'm really glad that we didn't start our podcast before then, because we would have totally gotten it wrong,
right,
or totally misinterpreted the intentions.
Right.
We were happy enjoying their joy.
Right.
And now that we see it, a couple of things we've decided is we're never going to step foot on that island again for a holiday.
Well, I think we already got it all in. So
yeah,
we went for the wedding, and then we went for a follow-up for the first anniversary, trying to see the dress. But yeah,
they had already moved the dress to Scotland, so we can do that tour.
Yeah.
And my husband wanted to go back because he's all into the Beatles, and he wanted to do that Abbey Road thing. And no, we're not going to do that. We're going to spend our money someplace else. But some of the things that we're going to chat with you about is the wedding, waiting to the last minute to pick his best man. Harry concerned about Meghan.
Yes.
Meghan in the carriage with Wady. We're going to talk about the balcony, some of the balcony events that happened, and what happened to not only Meghan and Harry, but the pets. What happened to
just literally everything that behind the scenes.
Exactly.
Right. And then I will say this though, there were moments, not that we were going along thinking all hunky dory. I think there were moments where we suspected, hey, something ain't right, but not quite sure where we can pin it to.
Yeah.
And
what's
then
going
the
on?
receipt collection began.
Right. And some of
and this should have been our red flag from the jump.
Right. But we don't know. We just thought it was snooty, and it was because the wedding, the pastor the preacher was talking so much about the royal sins, with the slave trade and stuff. Maybe that's why they were a little uncomfortable.
No, I'm talking about the waiting to pick the best man. I thought that was more of a red flag of saying, hey, not everything is all kosher under the sun.
Right.
With Tobias and
right, exactly, because he waited till the last minute to ask him to be his best man, and I think there was some research going on from Harry and Meghan's standpoint, because I think he wasn't sure. He wasn't sure where the threat was coming from.
Okay,
no?
Wonka or Egghead, whatever you want to call him, had the nerve to call Meghan that woman. And tried to get his uncle to talk to him about calling it off and supposedly coming from an angle of like, oh, don't rush into it, take your time.
Right.
Hell no. If
Right,
you
okay.
find your love,
Right.
you don't wait.
Yeah. Harry is not,
He's
been,
not like you.
Yeah. If that was the case, he would have married one of those other ones long time ago. But I think that Harry didn't know the extent that Tobias was involved in the corruption, trying to
Correct.
keep her father from coming.
Yep.
As that would be
Trying
a way
to
to call off the
destroy
wedding.
everything.
Trying to destroy everything.
Yes.
And tainting it.
Correct.
And he wasn't sure who was behind the constant news.
Correct.
The 500 a day negative.
Yes. Email cranks
Stuff.
out of every single outlet, which is crazy.
Media, the live chat shows, the online media saying all these negative things.
Exactly.
And all the information Boozy is now finding out. He didn't know who was behind it.
Correct.
So he wasn't, so that level of, of hate being, targeted against him,
Right.
he was unaware of. He just knew they wanted him to be cautious.
Right,
So
but he
he's-
said, you
yeah.
know what? Fuck y'all. I know what I'm doing. I'm a sound man in my own right,
Right.
and this is what I'm doing.
Exactly.
She's the one.
Exactly. And he not only, he knew what he wanted.
Yes.
He wanted someone smart,
Yes.
someone beautiful.
Yes.
Someone who could take care of their own selves.
Yes.
Someone who was independent, really say, I could take care of myself. And someone who could support him.
In the
The
charitable work that they
he
do.
likes to do.
Yes.
And had a passion for it the same way he did.
Exactly.
And was down to earth and goofy. No,
Well, he just got lucky on that one.
exactly. So, and wanting to have a family.
Yes.
So his whole concept was, here I find a woman. We have already bonded. They had already made all these plans.
Yes.
They had all these agreements. They were a team.
Yes.
So by the time the RF found out that they were
Dating.
dating, that has already been taken
They've
care of.
already been established
They had already been established.
Yes.
So and operating in that
in that mode.
in that mode.
Yep.
So I think that's why he waited so long.
No, it's just because he couldn't stand the fact that he tried to say some racist shit about Meghan. Harry wasn't having it.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And of all people, yeah.
Okay, I agree too. And during the
Because he was probably like, look, I accepted this idiot over here, Buttons, and watched after her this
Exactly.
whole time, and you can't show the same
you're supposed
courtesy?
to do the same, and that's what they already.
And I'm not asking you to hold an umbrella over her. All I'm
Exactly.
asking you to be nice.
Exactly. Show the same courtesies that I showed you. I showed all these other cousins. That's what you need to do for me.
Exactly.
And that's what they sold him.
Right? I didn't care you married a blunderhead with a broken nose. Did I say anything about it?
No. I laughed in your face later. I laughed and you turned your back.
Exactly.
But another thing that during the wedding, I always thought he was concerned because
We thought she was concerned because her father couldn't be there
right.
to walk her down the aisle.
Right.
And
But
there's
it
that
was-
scene
yeah.
where in the video, yes, we've watched it like it's a movie.
Harry asks if I hope Meghan is okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And if we had known what was behind that, it was
Right.
all the stuff leading up to it.
Yes.
Making Meghan cry
Yes.
about the wedding, all the negative,
The letter.
the letter, to her father, the admonishment of Harry
Right.
that was going on.
And not calling them back.
Yes,
Not
during that time.
responding. Only talking to Nuff Nuff.
Exactly.
I mean, that's sick.
And setting them up.
Right.
Setting them up for failure. Basically saying, okay, you want us to defend him. This is your one time. We're going to do this for you. After that, choose wisely how you're going to use this one credit we're giving you. We're going to use it to tell people to the media to leave your dad alone. And after that, that's it.
Right.
Knowing full well
They were the
ones
It's
behind it.
Exactly.
What kind of evil
It's some evil shit.
shit, so we have to look back and look at that differently.
Yes.
And so when he's asking how I hope Meghan is okay, he's asking not only about her walking, Meghan strong, Meghan herself on down the aisle.
Oh yeah.
She didn't need Charles halfway,
No.
but he still didn't know all he,
All he needed to know.
exactly.
Right.
Right.
And it started to slowly unfold.
Mm-hmm.
So
when you look at that, think about what was happening with them,
Right.
and why he was asking that.
right.
And one of the things I had mentioned is like when they were engaged,
Mm-hmm.
right after the engagement interview, her dog that she adopted
Mm-hmm.
from the United States, when the one that Ellen had told her to
Oh,
adopt,
Guy. Yeah.
he had his legs broken.
How did that happen?
How would that cute little puppy break all his legs?
Especially a beagle. No, that doesn't sound right.
Even if you throw him, I mean, I don't know how that dog legs would have to be broken. I don't know how that happened, because she had to deal with that too. I don't know who did it.
Right, but they were trying
somebody-
to break her, so let's go attack her dog.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That is sick. How could you be so inhumane to a dog? Now I know the dog was with QE too,
Right.
'cause
Got
she
to ride
loves
in the
puppies.
rolls.
Yeah, but who did it?
I don't know, but that's sick.
I know. I don't know.
The sick that you would have to go to that level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To break that little. I mean, I can't even
No, don't even think about it because you can't.
do
no,
anything
we're
to
not.
a cat
No,
or a dog. You know.
no.
Exactly. So these are things that happen. So we need to go back and think about who the heck breaks a dog's legs.
Exactly.
And
I wonder if people picked up on that, but that's another of those
Yeah.
little nuggets of what the fuck is going on.
it's going on.
Right.
And one of the things, in order for her to, before the marriage, before she even walked down the aisle, one of the things they wanted was for the sperm donor started doing interviews talking about the family, talking about Princess Diana, talking negatively about Meghan and Harry, and I'm trying to figure out if this was after the marriage or before. I think this was before.
It was before.
It was before the marriage, before she walked down the aisle. They wanted Meghan to fly solo to talk with this sperm donor.
Oh, hell no.
Now, I'm thinking, he lives in Mexico somewhere. She didn't know where he lives. She never visited him in Mexico.
Yep.
Why would she fly solo to Mexico to talk with him to get him to stop?
Right.
And one of the things she did, instead of doing that, we have to ask ourselves why.
Right. And I know why, but I don't, I can't
Yeah.
prove it in a court of law, but
Right.
I suspect they were hoping, there might be an accident.
That could have been.
And Harry
Yeah.
would be
Harry would be,
stuck with them.
yeah. And he wouldn't have, Archie wouldn't be with us.
Nope.
Lilibet wouldn't be with us.
Exactly.
Or Meghan may not have been with us, but why not Harry and Meghan fly
Right.
to talk with him? Because Harry had never met his in-law.
Timeout, possession on the field. Why they gotta go there? Why can't they go get a plane and bring his punk ass over here?
Because they told him not to. Harry tried to do that.
Right. And that's the problem right there.
Right.
The
And-
event is in England. Bring your punk ass to England.
Right.
Yes.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that was all shady.
Yeah, I think this is super shady.
Right.
And that's
So
how
that's
she-
where the letter, I think that's why she did
she
the letter
wrote the
instead.
letter.
She's like, nah, I ain't doing all that.
Right.
Here's the letter,
Right.
and this is my full account.
And the thing is, she wasn't...
My
even-
private letter.
Yes, and she said, I don't want this shared with this
That
other guy.
chick. It was another lady.
It was another lady. She said, no, don't share it with that person. Don't share. It's a private letter. And she had to run it by him. She didn't send it by him because she just wanted him to write it. She didn't call it. He is a communication officer.
Correct.
And he needed to see anything she was sending out to make sure it didn't negatively impact the royal family.
Correct.
So that was what they sold her. And so she sent him the letter to review to make sure it had the right tone.
Right.
It was descriptive in
Right.
and communicating the things that she wanted to communicate and what the royal family expected her to communicate. To pretty much say stop.
Right. Get your act together.
Get your act together and stop.
Right.
And if you're not going to come, just
say
stop.
it. Yeah.
You know, just stop.
Yep.
You know, are you in the hospital? We don't know what you're doing.
We already know he wasn't in there. We knew, well, we knew then.
You and I talked about it.
Yeah, we knew he wasn't in the hospital.
We know he wasn't going no darn place.
No.
You know, so that is, so we have to look at that. And it's like, why did they want it to fly solo? So then we started looking back at some of the, one of the things was, we focused on a lot was the balcony scenes.
For Trooping
Trooping of the Colors or...
Yeah, that's what it was for.
All of them were for Trooping of the
Yeah,
Colors?
it's just, it was what? They're married 3 years, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So all the balcony scenes...
There's two scenes. Yeah. Yep.
Right. And the
Oh
carriage
no,
rides.
two Trooping Colors and one for some kind of military whatever thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So on Remembrance Day, so can we talk about
She was
Remembrance Day?
she was wearing navy. She looked really good.
Right.
They were standing behind, Egghead and Buttons, and they wouldn't move over.
Yes.
And Egghead was like, "Buttons, move." And you could see the
Yeah, he was pushing over and she would move like an inch. Move,
not even an inch.
Move. She didn't, to let them onto the balcony.
Correct.
And was that pre-Ascot or after Ascot?
I was about to be like, "What the hell is an ascot?"
I'm sorry.
Besides the little necktie thing. But
Okay, I'm sorry. It's not what
Is this when they were in the carriage and they got all the cheers?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
It's where they go to the races.
Yeah, and they lick the horses.
That's what it's called,
okay,
right?
Okay.
See, look at you trying to mess
I
with me.
know, but it was hilarious because of my bottom lip. Isn't that like a tie?
It's a man's scarf. But no, they raced the races.
Yes, and they got that big applause. Yes.
I'm buying you.
No, they said, and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Yes.
And the others were livid.
Seething.
And so anyway, so all of these. So the next time we saw them on the balcony, there was the one where she would move over and Meghan was in the pink.
So that was after they just got married.
Right.
Looking fabulous. Now, that's how you do buttons.
Yeah.
Okay? Meghan showed you
Right.
how to do buttons.
Right.
Yes. And the hat too?
Yes.
Oh,
God.
that fascinating?
Yes.
Oh! My
And,
girl.
yes, and she was bringing it.
Yes.
Whereas Howdy Dowdy was not. It was like, who dressed you? It's like, Grandma? Did I dress you? I know I went through a moment. Remember that moment I went through? You okay?
No, D.
Okay,
No.
let me talk. I went through a moment where I was not dressing right. I got a fleece dress with buttons down the front. I was long sleeve. It was the most comfiest dress. And it had pockets. I love pockets. And it was a midi dress. And I would wear it with boots because we lived in Delaware. It was really cold. And I loved it. One was in a light blue and a gray.
Okay,
And
that's
I
too
did
much
not know
emphasizing about this dress.
I did know this other one hated it.
Yeah, it was not a good look, but it's okay. I mean, it's probably coming back. It's probably like the
Well,
one.
never mind. It can't
kind
come
of
back
brand.
because you made me give it away. And
Well,
you said,
you know what?
"Thank
You know
God."
what? It might come back. So,
But
the
I can
buttons.
never get it.
Yeah, no more buttons.
Yeah. It wasn't a whole lot of buttons.
No.
But anyway, it was that time. And then this person came over to my house and we went through a whole, what do you call it when you makeover?
Yes.
Of my wardrobe. And then I looked at the stuff I was wearing. I was like, what the heck was I thinking?
Yes.
I'm so glad you have a younger child. All of you out there, if you have younger children trying to tell you how to dress, listen to them, okay? Because you're going to the zone.
And I'm glad she told you.
And you go into the zone, you start dressing like buttons. You should not be
Don't
dressed like buttons.
dress like buttons. If you've learned anything today,
Yeah, don't dress like buttons. But anyway, you're too young for that.
Yeah.
You're 40, 50, 60, you're too young for that.
I don't even think she's 40.
Yes, she's not. But anyway, so the carriage, after Meghan had Archie,
Yes.
she went. She was
and
in
she
a
was
carriage.
just loving, still having her baby
Baby
glow.
glow.
I know, in them cheeks.
And H didn't care.
Nope.
You know, he's like, you don't have to look. But Buttons had this, this mean girl face. I talked about it in another podcast.
Yes.
You know, had this mean girl face.
Yeah,
so
she's
on
straight up mean
that
girl.
day, two things happened on that balcony that we have. You have to go back and look at it.
Right.
From the context of, one, they're not letting them on the balcony or don't want to.
Right.
Two, they were criticizing Meghan to say, oh, she's not following protocol or whatever. But after that first balcony when she was in pink, PC turned around
Right.
and was chatting with her. And I
Correct.
think there was some jealousy going on there.
Right, but it was a normal conversation. Hello, it's my
Yes.
new daughter-in-law.
Right.
I'm just gonna chat with her.
Exactly. Jealousy.
Okay.
So after she had heard Archie and she had that carriage ride with Mean Girlie, she went on the balcony.
Right.
And what was happening on the balcony, they had already had their plan in implementation. They tried to get her to lose Archie. They tried to get her to lose her mind.
Yep.
They tried to get Harry to leave her.
Yep.
They tried everything. And they were in full blown messing her up. And I think at that time, I think H and Harry and Meghan started to figure out who had done it.
Yes.
Who was behind it.
Yes.
Because
then they had separated houses.
they had yeah. And why did they need to separate houses?
Exactly.
Why they decided
Because
we
they knew
need
who the
our
goal was.
we
Yes.
need our own communication officer.
Yep.
We don't even want to be in Kensington Palace.
Nope.
You know, we want
We
to
out,
go
bitches.
far away.
Yeah.
You know, if we'll get our own darn place, or give us Frogmore, you do the basics, and we'll fix it up our own darn
Right.
stuff after. And we don't even care if you come visit us. Because
Right.
you remember, it took him a long time to go visit Archie.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't think that ever happened, but okay.
Yeah, well, I think some of them did.
No,
and
it was at the
I think they did,
Okay.
because when they did and they saw how Meghan was living, what she paid to fix up her house to look like,
yes.
I think there was a whole lot
That's
of
why all those
envy.
articles came out
Exactly.
about, the taxpayers paid this much. No, you didn't.
You didn't do crap.
No.
You paid for some plumbing, some old plumbing that that you already needed to pay for. Electrical. You
structural.
You paid to replace the knob tube.
Yes.
Electrical.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And all the structural and all that mess.
Exactly. That was, that would kill a person.
Right.
But anyway, so they were jealous of that. So when they were on the balcony, Meghan was in front and Harry was behind her. But then and they were both facing front. But then later, Harry kind of was behind, kind of hiding himself behind Meghan and turned to the side and was having a heated conversation with someone.
Right.
And one of the things we know from the information coming off from the communication officer that we're going to talk about,
Right.
that worked for the other brother,
Right.
She had, said to him, "Look, I'm sick of Harry being berated. He's being berated constantly by his family."
Yes.
He didn't say just PC. He said by his
family. All of them.
So all of those bastards were on him day and night about TM.
Right.
About the sperm donor.
Right.
And why doesn't she go here? Why doesn't she do this? Well, I think that was going on.
Right.
Because Meghan turned around to say something to those bastards.
I know, and I think-
Harry said, "I got it, babe. Turn back around."
And
so
she
she
did.
turned back around.
Yeah.
But then it was still going on, and she did not want her husband to be treated that way.
Oh, hell no.
So she's probably thinking he's a grown ass man,
Exactly.
and we don't do that.
No. This is the new era. No.
Meghan ain't playing this.
And she wasn't.
Yeah, she's postpartum.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And the
might have been-
hormones.
There might have been a knockdown, drag out on the balcony.
She could have taken them all
She
out.
could take them all out. Move aside.
Do one thing.
Move
would've
aside, CUNY.
Push the
CUNY.
pedo.
Yeah.
Pedo would have went over the balcony.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
She
hit
was
this
crying.
MFS. I'm gonna kick this mofo in his
In his neck.
dork, in his lower regionals,
Yes.
and And the woman he's married to, she gonna back up. I'm gonna just give her a look.
The look.
A look. And she know my hat is coming off and this pinhole in the hat.
Yeah.
I'm fucking up that dress. I'm taking all those buttons off. All those buttons off. And people gonna see how skinny you really are. And all you mofos that be fine there, all those brooches, all those more brooches, I'm gonna own all of them.
Exactly.
So that kind of stuff was about
to go down. And she was gonna keep it real. I was waiting for her to take earrings off,
Yeah, well, she liked to wear studs.
She's still gonna take them studs off.
No, she can fight with that.
I know.
But anyway, then she turned around
and she was cool.
Yeah, and the media was like, "Oh, did you see her? How Harry had to yell at her to turn around? Harry wasn't advantage. What was going on?"
Right.
Why Meghan was looking back is because a fight was about to happen.
Right.
And Harry, she know Harry.
And she about to protect
Harry had
her
some
man.
anger issues.
Right. And she about to protect her man. And if anything, you're right though. It wouldn't have been Meghan. It would have been Harry.
It would Harry. And
he's a
anybody
trained
touch
killer?
and anybody touch Harry, Meghan was gonna be in there too.
Oh no, she'll be in there too.
She'll be in there too.
Like, I got you, boo. Let's do
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, exactly.
They ride or die.
Exactly.
People don't realize they ride or die.
There's gonna be a drive-by on the balcony from the carriage, and then you see one carriage leaving. Let's go back to
we out.
Let's go check on. So they don't know what they were messing with.
No.
But I think they kind of had a clue. But so the second time Meghan turned around, she was like, people are acting it out. So she switched around and they must have said something real mean to Harry or about her. And Harry said, turn around. So he was just telling her.
Because she was about to be like, mother.
So he had to do that.
He had to.
So she
turned
turned
like,
back.
babe, I got this.
I can handle it. Let me handle my family. So she's like, okay. So look at that balcony. See?
Look at that picture
Look
again.
at that picture again. Look at that whole thing, and you'd see
the real deal.
The real deal of why she had to turn around.
Right.
And later on in that balcony scene, you're gonna know something about these son of a bitches. Because you see the coward. You see one person is a man and the other one is a little snooty coward.
Yes.
Who Meghan could have taken out with one goddamn silly slap next to his head. And that is, you never see him that interested in his children on the balcony.
Oh,
to be quite honest.
Yeah.
But the other brother, Tobias,
Yes.
Cade,
Yes.
came out and was headed naturally to the side of the balcony where he always stood next to his brother. So when we looking at it on
At the
television,
balcony, right, to your right.
It's our right, but it's their left.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And he was headed over there, and there's a video of it. And then all of a sudden, he saw where he was going and who he was about to approach. And this is when Harry's having a conversation with someone, and Meghan was, trying to turn around. Mm-hmm. He dashed to the other side.
Right.
And I saw that back then, and I was like, that was kind of wicked.
Yeah.
And he picked up his son and was like, dude, you would have had buttons holding your son, and you would have been standing there trying to look pretty.
Right.
But you ran. You're a coward.
Exactly.
You used other people to do your nasty shit, and you were running.
Right.
You said all that crap in motion.
And it was coming out. And then,
it was coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know what the ride was at home.
Yeah.
But I hope in their carriage that they try to run him over. I think Harry and Meghan left. Yeah. I hope they kick buttons out of the carriage.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah. Hey,
I don't think they were.
PC, you could.
I think they got in their Land Rover and was out like deuce.
They didn't ride the carriage back to where their cars were.
No, I think they're like, fuck this shit.
Exactly. Deuce. Yeah.
It was get Archie.
Yeah, it was like Versus with Chaka Khan. Not. It was like, this over? I ain't doing this shit no more. It was like that.
Yes.
But look at that video and see that, because we have to look at it, everything that happened, you have to look at with different eyes now.
A different lens,
Now that we have this new knowledge, look at it with different lens, because you could see, and that would have told us back then.
Yes.
And they're now coming out with it, the communication or the officer or the head of the foundation who got that promotion for dogging on Meghan and saying to the Daily,
for being evil.
Yeah, Daily Mail that that he co-wrote the letter and only giving excerpts of the letter. No, we're going to have a whole session on him, but look at it.
Yes.
And we would have known, and I think the media just came out and said that he wouldn't have done anything without the Tobias's approval.
The egghead's approval, yes.
Yes, but Harry and Meghan knew it.
Oh yeah, they figured it out.
They figured it out.
And then I think that's part of the disappointment, and hence why there's space.
Yeah, the space. I was writing capital SPACE.
Yes.
And then someone did S dot P dot. I'm putting a big space between S and P. I'm extending it. Space. And there ought to be space with a lot of those other bastards who tried it.
See this punk ass sissy. sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna come up with
an acronym for
an acronym for space. What space really means, and it's not the Space Force. It's not William Shatner flying to space.
No,
it's first time. No. It's different. It's gonna be a special acronym for these people.
I know, but this is some context that we wanted to bring because this leads up to the report.
Yes,
that our good friend C. Boozy is out there. Well, we're not personally friends, but you know what I mean. Friend in the context of discovering the truth.
Yes, and trying to hold the media accountable.
Yes, for all the hate.
We have to. Yeah.
Yes,
because all of those things will be reported incorrectly.
Yep.
And we need to bring some validity to it, some truth to it, because the media was in on it.
Yes.
The media was in on it. So
and they're just mad because a true Black woman had the audacity to challenge them, and she's like, no, that ain't right.
Yeah.
And even Harry was like, oh, hell no.
No, yeah.
This ain't right.
And why I think they wanted her out too? It was not only because, the big thing was because of her race.
Right.
But the other thing is that she was smart.
Yes.
And she recognized the idiot people.
Yeah.
Idiotic
She
people
bested them.
She bested them and could have outed them in any moment.
Right.
How stupid they really were.
And then, had they left her alone?
I know. She would have helped you.
But guess what?
All that woman wanted to do was have a couple babies, eat some cookies like a chipmunk.
And she would have helped out the royal family.
It helped the royal family. She loved the queen.
They would have helped modernize.
No. Help all of you all out.
Yeah.
And just be, love her husband, follow her husband, and work. Yes. That's all she wanted to do.
And the two of them being goofy together.
And love everybody. That's all she wanted to do.
Right.
But no.
Nope.
You all decided that, we're going to be evil. We're going to be the nasty.
I know. And they pushed her.
Yeah, they pushed her.
And guess what? She survived it through. And like a phoenix, she will rise.
She will rise.
And she is rising right now and shining bright like a star. Shoot, like a diamond.
Shine like a diamond.
That was our horrible Rihanna impersonation.
What'd you say?
That was our horrible Rihanna impersonation.
What did you say?
Shine bright like a diamond.
That's so quiet. I can't even hear.
Whatever. Anyway, shine bright like a diamond.
I was trying to get it to say it louder so you could hear how it really sounded.
No, you didn't. But we love our Meghan. So glad they are living the fabulous life.
Yes. So please like, subscribe, and go on our page and
support our
podcast.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.